Okay, here's a Shark vacuum hose, and it was broken on this end of it, and I was hoping I can get to the connection to this plastic piece so that I can just throw out this part of the broken hose and connect it back here so that I have a complete and unbroken hose. So it was relatively challenging to take these parts out, and I just wanted to share how I did that. So this piece with a bend it was inserted here, and as you can see it has 4 tabs. One is a tiny one on this side, and so it was in here, and the way I started it was I started with this tab, which is kind of like hidden under this push button. So as it was here, you see this part is connected to this plastic piece, so I lifted it. I started by kind of like lifting it and then pushing these 2 parts apart, and as this one was released, then I had to go and push on this tab, kind of like release that one, and then push on that one, release it, and the other side the same. So this piece came out, and then these 2 appeared again as one part, but then there's a little tab here. It's not really a tab, but it was just controlling the orientation, making them aligned. So again, with some force and rotating, this piece came off, and then I saw there's this rubber band holding this down, so I inserted a screwdriver, and now I'm at this stage, and I just made sure it just goes all the way around. I don't need these. And okay, you can now see here's what can be seen inside. Okay, almost there. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna cut it and put it all back in. Should be okay. If there's any, I'll pause the video. If there's any issues, I'll add. So now I've put all the pieces are in. This rubber band is into, it seems to be pretty tight. So it's not that easy to put this thing on it. I'm gonna try first putting this corner of the wire that goes around here, if I can do it, and then so you can see how much off we are, and then maybe try to gradually bring this over. It's probably not easy to do it in front of camera while I'm holding it up, so I'm gonna just work with it. If I find a good trick, I'll also share on the video. Well, I feel because this is like a spiral spring, so this end of it where the wire ends, it's still open. So I'm thinking if I start on the opposite side and kind of like stick the opposite side first, then it's probably easier to bend this part open and pull it up. Maybe hold it with a needle nose plier, or just, right now the other part is pulling down on me so with gravity, so probably I'll need a second person or a different angle, not in front of my camera right now. So I ended up just lifting this piece and with a plier just opening it a little bit, which caused this tear. But I ignored the tear and then put that first ring on its track. And then as I rotated, this part of it was just getting torn more and more. And eventually I kind of like lifted it, this black piece, and put it back on it. So now all I need to do is to get rid of some of this wire, like from here, that's torn, and just twist it further back up. It's a little tricky, but it worked, so it's hopeful. And yeah, and I'll continue showing how to put everything back on back together. Okay, it's finally in. I hope these little pieces don't cause an issue for this to go on. So let's start with this rubber holder. Oops, I want to turn it more. Perhaps I could pull it out a little bit, put the rubber and twist them together, but I just don't want to risk tearing these thin parts. Maybe a little. Oops, which way? This way. Out. So that there's more room. Looks okay. Let's hope this can now pass through. It's very tight. And yeah, again, like it needs to be aligned here. Oh. Wow. Okay. I think it needs to slide over something, because when I was pulling it open, it kind of like popped. So I hope it passes that notch groove or whatever. Okay. All right, there you go. Okay, it's perfect. And last piece. This part goes there. Okay, ready to go.